Happy Money Making Monday, lookers and lovers. It's your girl Hortencia. You are now tuned into Tank Talks with me. I'm super excited to be here. It's my first show. So, tuning in, you're going to witness me purposely speaking to any subject that is intriguing, entertaining, or otherwise impressive. Okay. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Let me tell you a little bit about what I did. So this past weekend, we attended the Duncanville, Sock, and DeSoto state football games, and all three of those came out champs. Some of my family, about 30 of us, went to the game, and we supported. We all had matching tops, this, that, and the third. So it was super exciting. I was really super proud of my son. He came out and supported. It was his first time in the actual stadium, so that was a real treat. I don't know how many of you guys have been to Cowboy Stadium, but if you haven't, you can book a tour. It was amazing. So real quick, I want to talk to you guys about what's where'd that come from, about supporting in our family. We've got tons of support. Lots of the men in our family, I was raised by my uncle, so a lot of the men are super supportive, and a lot of the boys in our family are mentored by those men. So before we go to break, I want to let you know about my in studio guests, Mr. Brian Martin. Mr. Brian Martin's going to be with us when we come back. I don't know how knowledgeable you guys are about digital work and that type of thing, but that's his expertise. He was recently at South by Southwest. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but when we come back, we're going to talk to Mr. Martin. He's going to be in store, so we'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Tank Talks, y'all. In the studio with me right now, it's Mr. Brian Martin. Welcome, B.
What's popping?
Everything's popping. You're popping. Look, we're matching today.
You know what I'm
Look at
saying?
this.
Had to.
What we gonna do? We have to show up in style, right? It's a
It,
little windy in this
it's
city.
too
Yeah, this
windy.
Dallas though. We're
Too
supposed to be
windy.
the windy city, okay?
Too windy.
Yes. So let's talk. You're a freelance operator and a digital producer. That's fancy smancy. Now tell me what it is you actually do.
So basically, if you watch any type of sporting events, they got to have a camera operator. You got to have somebody operating the cameras, or if you see the watching the screen and you see the scoreboard or the clock changes or anything, that's normally me. That's
Oh
my
wow.
position. So I'm behind the scenes. I'm basically doing everything so y'all can sit back and watch the show.
So you're
So
super talented. Yeah, we need people
yeah.
like you because I'm so non-technical. Like I can't even log into Facebook. Y'all know we was having problems a while ago.
Yeah, a little bit
I can't remember
issues.
passwords. I don't know where to log into. The shit is crazy. So I thank God for you,
I
honey. We're gonna
appreciate
be
it.
BFFs. You hear
Oh,
me?
we is.
So let's talk a little bit about you personally. So are you originally from Dallas?
Yes,
You
I'm from Dallas. What's that? Oak Cliff, Highland Hills. If anybody used to
yes,
know,
Oak Cliff. That's my hood.
you know,
Put it in your face. Okay.
get understood, baby. But like I said,
I love it.
born in Highland Hills, raised in South Dallas,
Okay.
graduated from Madison 2015.
Love it.
So
Love
true
it.
Dallas, true
Love
Dallas.
it. And you graduated Tarleton State University in 2021?
Last year,
Look at
yes.
here. Look at
Last
you.
year.
Okay. Congratulations on that.
Appreciate it.
So, how old are you? Because we may have somebody that wants to know.
I'm 27 years old. I'm 27 years old.
And are you a single 27-year-old
I
man?
am single.
You
20.
are, you ladies. You hear that?
No
Like
kids.
he's 27, no kids. Keep going.
No baby mom. What's that? No
It's
baby
getting better and
mamas.
better. It's getting
Good.
better and
What's it?
better.
Good credit.
Yeah.
You
Do
know.
y'all hear that? Listen, ladies, send your information to 797-711. Is that the number? We're gonna send the
We gonna
information.
send, yeah, you can send it to that one.
777
7, 9, 11.
93 11. You too young to know that song, okay?
Not that young.
You don't need, yeah, okay.
Not that young.
But yeah, so tell me what it is about what you do that you love. Why is it a passion of yours and you decided to stay in that field because you went to school for that? So as a profession, what drives you?
Well, what's funny about this certain area is I've been in the media bubble my whole life. Started at church.
Oh
I used to
wow.
help out, roll up the cable for the media team, put up the microphones. Then they added me to the media team, so I actually used to burn the CDs for the sermons, sell
So
them.
you're just
So
super and a hustler, okay? At the
yeah, so
church.
so this
Burning
used yeah
CDs at the church. Okay, y'all. Did
we,
the pastor know you was doing that?
yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
used to say
Okay.
we started off selling like 5 CDs
Yeah.
Sunday. Then more people was actually like, oh well, he actually got like
Yeah.
I think the most I've sold was like 100,
That's
like on
awesome. That
on
look
a
at
Sunday.
okay, hustle
So
man. I
got
love
to.
it. I love it. So as a kid, you said you started out early. So I know that sometimes our paths don't go as we plan.
Hmm.
So what about, communications, which that's what your degree is in.
Hmm.
What about that like was what you attracted to that you decided, you know what, this is me. I'm gonna stay here because sometimes we veer off.
I think for me is I talk. Well, I talk a lot. I talk a lot of shit. So,
I like that.
um, man, in order to be a good communicator, you can talk a lot, but you also have to listen.
Hmm.
And I will sit. I will. I'm that friend that will. You can always call, and I'll just sit and listen.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it kind of started off from there. Communications is really. I think it was a broadcast journalism because I really want
Mhm.
to be a radio station, a radio host. Uh, I was really listening to K104 when I was growing up.
Okay.
Skip Murphy and company, Skip Cheatham in the playground. Like I remember those were my days growing up. So I would always like imagine being on the radio, actually hearing people,
Yeah,
letting people hear me
right.
talk and everything. So
Right. So is being a radio host something that you still want to do?
it still is. It's just now we got the podcast, and then we got podcasts, and we got different TV shows and everything.
Okay.
So I've been making a trend as technology's been transitioning. I've been transitioning, so I have the best of both worlds. I understand the old way. I seen the new way get built
Right.
because I'm one of
Right.
the ones who
Right.
started it. Then
Exactly.
so as it evolves, I evolve. So
Definitely. Speaking of evolving, a new year is coming.
yes,
And, I don't know what you got your set sight on,
oh
but
man,
we're going to take a break real quick.
okay,
And when we come back, let's talk about like what you see yourself doing, how
okay.
innovative you're going to get, and what's going to happen in the new year for you.
Oh, we getting lit.
How about that?
We getting
Let's
lit.
get
We getting lit.
it. Welcome back, lookers and lovers. We took a pause for the cause. We are back with Mr. Brian Martin
What's poppins?
himself. What's poppin'? So before the break, we were talking about like new innovative stuff. What we're thinking about for the future with the new year coming. Do you have any goals that you're trying to reach that are you realistic for you and attainable?
Goals. Honestly, I kind of met my goal. I finally got a job recently.
Yes, congratulations.
Working at North Dallas High School. Just
Won't
as
he do
won't
it?
they do
Won't he
it?
do it?
So I don't have to spend none of my freelance money no more. Thank God. I get to
Yes, you
save
can have
up.
money coming in. Congratulations on that.
Thank you, thank you. Other than that, really, is just I have a plan I've been kind of scripting out since I want to say middle school. I've been
Okay.
having a certain plan, like, and stuff has been. I've been kind of in a crossroads, been trying to find a way to go. Like, how am I going to do it? Because
Hmm.
I just graduated. Just graduated. I just got a job, but
Right.
I've been out for a whole year. Been doing freelancing here, there, California, Florida. So next year really is just like I said, I have a steady job now, so I can have a steady income, but I can just implement my plan.
That's awesome. I commend you for having like those goals and being able to work hard and reach them, because in today's time, young men especially, there's so many things that they can be distracted by,
Yeah,
and for you to stay laser focused on that, like that's what's up.
appreciate
That's what's up. I appreciate that. I appreciate
appreciate it.
that in you. I'm a boy mom. I've raised tried to help raise a man. I can't do it by myself. I don't
Of
care what
course,
anybody
of course,
says.
of
My son
course.
is 33 years old. So
Okay,
I definitely commend you, and I'm super proud of you for doing that.
thank
Are
you.
there any projects that you're working on that you can talk about or speak to?
Sure, it's just so I have a music group. It started out in college. It's called Gas Pack Collective.
Awesome.
They're getting ready to drop a project out soon, so I'm going to be doing some of the graphics. So what's that? Power Play TV. I will be seeing them soon. So get ready for Gas
We
Pack.
love it. We love it.
Um, Honestly, I also have my own show I'm getting ready to do. So it would be like my radio show, but it'll be a podcast. So it'll be like I say B Vision, you know.
Yeah, I love that. So B Vision is your baby. So that's your podcast.
B Vision is me.
So let's talk about it for a second. What is it in a nutshell?
So basically, B Vision is, I would say, it is basically the ultimate point of view. It's basically showing you things from my seat of life.
Okay.
I'm I'm not saying I'm just the most popular person in Dallas, but in my generation and around who I've grown up with, everybody knows. When you say Big B, everybody knows one.
That's you.
That's me. So
What?
I've been around certain things, and normally like I said, I'm an only child. I'm a loner, so
Yeah.
I will have individual adventures by myself.
Right.
So B Vision is just like saying showing you what I see.
Gotcha. From
So
your point of view,
from
from
my
your
point of view,
viewpoint. I love that. I love that. You're very creative. I like that. So let's talk about the media industry as a whole, as
okay,
with any industry. As an African American man, there's probably a huge void in the color hue.
huge,
Huge, really huge. Tell me about your
huge.
experience with that.
Let's say I would say, and I'm not over exaggerating. I want to say 95, no, 90%. 90%.
Wow.
I am the only one.
Wow.
I am the only one. So
Wow. That's disturbing.
my school was a PWI, so
Yeah.
we had a small percentage. We had like 4 to 8%. It would be eight
So it's not
percent.
like it's a
Oh
HBCU,
no,
and
not at
you know what I'm
all.
saying?
Not at
Yeah,
all.
gotcha.
It'd be
Gotcha. So the demographic is totally different, of
hmm
course.
it's different, and then like I say, for me personally, it helps out because that's not how the world is. It's not
Yes.
just black, white, Hispanic, rape. You know, every it's or just one, and it's everybody together. So
Right.
like I say, I'm normally being the only one, but
Great.
it doesn't bother me a lot.
Right.
It kind of like I'm standing out
Mhm.
because I'm the only one. Then when normally the ones in the pedestrian truck, this if I'm working the camera, I'll normally get a good view. I'll catch the right replay, or I'll just I'm the best at my job. I'm the best of the
Okay. See,
best.
that's what I'm
So
talking about. See, if you don't have that confidence, don't come around me.
yeah, at
Don't
all.
come around. I don't want it.
It,
So real quick,
hmm
before we take a break, when we
hmm
come back, I want to know about any viewpoints that you have for, or advice you have for younger people or people that are coming behind you that are probably in school now or interested in going to school for communications or for the
Okay,
field that you're in, what advice you have for them. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay.
gotcha.
All right, so we're going to take a pause for the calls. We'll be right back, guys. Welcome back, lookers and lovers. We are still here with Mr. Brian Martin. And real quick, we're talking to him about communications. He's a multifaceted, like advanced communicator in his line of business. So I know for sure that there are other young men and women,
hmm
not just African American, but young men and women of color.
Yes.
Because we got to start thinking more diverse
Yes.
when we think of areas and how we can touch them, because we know how it to be left out,
Hmm.
or at times, or to be the minority, which
Yeah.
isn't a big deal for people like you because you're so confident, and
Hmm.
like me. But there are people that will be swayed by that. So what advice do you have for them if they're thinking about going to school, or they're in school and they're having trouble with that confidence level?
Okay, if you are in school, keep going. That like I know it probably that it looks like the hill's too high and it's gonna be days where you don't want to do it. Just keep going. Once you get over that threshold, I promise you it's gonna be a smooth breeze to graduation and find a job. For the ones who are thinking about staying in media or who wants to be have a job in media, understand this is not the oh, I'm just make money off the rib job. This
Right.
is not that. This is you can, but this is not that. This is
Right.
not that industry.
Right.
You have to have a body of work. You have to have a consistent body of work. You know if you're consistent with it, the money's gonna get there. You can't do it just for the money either. You got to actually love what you're
It
doing.
needs to be a passion,
Has to,
like anything, right?
has to.
Right. So I just got to know, when you are watching television or you see a production or anything, do you watch it from an entertainment perspective, or are you honestly critiquing the production?
I am critiquing the production. I don't. I already
What percentage?
100. I don't get to watch even if it's a live game. I don't get to watch the game how I want to enjoy it because I'm
Right.
already looking like camera one and camera two. Like I'm calling
Right.
it in
You're
my
already
head.
in your head.
So sometimes I used to get irritated by that, but I don't no more just because like I said, it's my job. Yeah, it's like I said, I don't watch it regular. I
Regular,
really
not regular.
I actually stopped watching. Like I'll watch the game if it's a popular game. I don't watch the news sometimes because I can tell when certain stories or certain
Yeah.
things is bullshit. So I
Yeah.
just be like,
Yeah.
I
You just
don't.
call it like you see it.
Yeah, I don't want to
Yeah.
watch it. So, but it's like I say, it's a hassle sometimes, but it's also funny because I know my grandmother she'll watch the news and I'll walk in and I'll just hear them say something and I'll just like sit there and watch it with her for like 5 minutes. Then I'll be like, oh, that's bullshit. They're lying.
Right.
And she'll say, how you say that? Then
Like, how do you know?
and then some weeks later, that same story, they'll say, oh, well, this happened instead of this,
And then it was
and my grandma
like
will
you
be
called
like,
it.
you
She
said
thinks you got
that.
some psychic powers or something.
That not even the psych? She knows I pay attention to my craft. Like I said, I went to Tarleton for like 5.5 years. I went for 2 years, took a break, took a semester off, came back, and those 3 years I didn't really come. I think I came home. I want to say like six
So you were in
times.
your books.
I wasn't even like I wasn't even just in the books. I was everywhere.
Yeah.
So I would like I know like let's say Monday through Friday I'm working. Or I'm of course got
Right.
class at
Hmm.
school. While I'm there, I'm helping us helping them build the sport network because we were going
Gotcha.
from D2 to D1, and then that weekend up until probably that next Tuesday, I got an event. They got to work or a tournament
Right. So
or
you're a busy guy. You're a busy guy. I love it. So what do you do for entertainment? Like, you're so technical. Like, what do you do to relax? What takes you away? What's your breath of fresh air?
some of the simplest things. I smoke a lot of weed. One,
Oh yes.
smoke a lot of
That's definitely a
weed.
breath of good air.
But with the smoke of weed, while I smoke weed, I will just play some music, and I just like to
Just relaxing.
just relax. I was
Yeah.
like, I could just sit somewhere. My fault. I
No,
could
you're
just
good.
sit somewhere and just listen to music, smoke some
And just
weed,
chill.
and just chill. I'm very not. I'm basic. I'm very basic at
Okay,
the
so
same
do you
time.
do your are you more creative when you smoke, or is it like an extra boost of creativity that comes in
For
when
me,
you smoke?
I'm sober. Sober me, I am very creative.
Okay.
Sober me, I am creative. I can do whatever. When I
Elevated you?
elevating me is a different because sometimes when you're sober, like say you might have a writer's block or you
Yeah.
might have certain stuff.
Yeah.
For me, the weed will get me
Over that.
over
Yeah.
the creator's
So I
block.
was wondering that
So
because a lot of people talk about writer's block or vacation thinking,
mhm,
and smoking actually helps, which for me it helps with everything.
everything.
But so just so if someone wants to reach you, can you give us information on how they can reach you directly if they have something that they want to produce, they're interested in anything that you have going on, your podcast? Can you give us some information about you?
Sure. So, like I say, Instagram is Biggie B 21. My Twitter is B Vision. I'm working on the Facebook right now, so I can get everything set up. So for the show, right now, but if you want to follow those two, the Twitter, like I said, Twitter is B Vision. Instagram is Biggie B 21. If you want to follow me on there or ask me my personal opinion on something, or you just want to know what I'm doing or anything, or see what I'm doing, or see some of the creations I've done, you can go there. Those two.
Well, I'm super excited to be part of the Power Play team. I am
Yes.
super excited to be working with you because I know my shit's about to be fire.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
we forget it
you
popping.
know,
We forget popping like a
definitely
red
get
bar.
it way popping.
Shout out to Don for, like I say, shout out to Don for giving me the chance out and to work and everything.
Oh my God,
We met
Don's awesome.
we met through a met through a mutual friend, and I think we started talking, and he was like, "Oh, he actually knows he talking
Yeah,
about."
he speaks very highly of you. I'm sure he's grateful for you too. So
Nah,
I'm
not as much
sure
as I am for him.
the feeling is mutual. So thank you for coming.
No
It was
problem.
great having you. We're gonna go to break right now. So when we come back, we'll see what else you got going before you get out of here.
That's cool.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a minute. How many breaks? Welcome back, guys. So let's see. Do you consider yourself a need or is it a nerd?
I'm a nerd.
You're a nerd.
I'm an athletic nerd. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm an athletic nerd.
Athletic nerd. Look,
I used to play.
explain, Lucy.
I used to. So I used to play. So honestly, my backstory is I used to play football, wrestling, basketball, track, did all that, but I never wanted to do any of those things. I really just want to do what I'm doing now. Um, that my dad didn't allow me to just chill or want to
Gotcha.
do that, so I had to play football because he never got to play and all that. So at the beginning I didn't want football, and me have an arranged marriage, but it's also like a respect thing because it did help me. It did help build me who I am today. So
Sir, at heart, you're an athlete. No?
at heart, I'm a nerd. At heart, I'm a nerd. I'll build myself into an athlete.
Gotcha. I like that.
I
I
build
like
myself
that.
into an athlete, and doing so because I've played the sports so much, I know what I'm looking for. So when I am working the camera, I already know what I'm looking for. If I'm actually directing a show, I know what I'm looking for, or telling the camera up what I'm looking for.
Gotcha. So, question. Um, do you look up to anybody in the media industry? Is there anybody that you think so highly of that it's like not really idealistic, but
Um,
somebody that you like you that's your person.
for me, I mentioned him earlier, was Skip Murphy. He used to be the radio host for the morning show on Channel 4.
Okay.
Reason why he's one of the special guys for me is I used to didn't have a lot of good experiences with my dad, but the ones that I did have was he used to bowl.
Oh wow.
And the bowling tournament he'll be in, we'll be me and my brother would be there, but he'll be bowling obviously, so we'll just be running around. Skip
Right.
Murphy used to be there. He used to bowl.
Oh
and
wow.
I for some reason would recognize his voice. So I would be like, let me just go say what's up to him. And by the time I did, what's it, about 3 weeks of me
Right.
speaking to him, he
Right.
actually used to sit down and we actually used to talk. And I used to call the radio station a couple of times when I passed the tax test, or if it was my birthday or something. He used to like legit. They said Brian, and he was like, oh yeah, put him through.
Oh, how cool is
So
that?
he was
That's awesome.
he's part of the reason I wanted to be a radio host, and then I would say the 85 South Show crew,
Mhm.
only because they kind of, I remember when they started on Vine, and to see them transition to where they're and what they're doing right now, it kind of reminds me of me, because I, like I say, I remember how it was back in the day with all the video cassettes, DVDs. I used to sell bootleg DVDs, outside of stuff. So to see where we're at now with the digital, how the digital game has truly changed, it's yeah.
So, speaking of that, something that interests me
Hmm.
in terms of millennials,
Okay.
if I were to say to you, which of these, A, CD, B, cassette, or C, record album, you will get to play it, which one would you choose?
You said CD, cassette, or
CD,
album?
cassette, or vinyl?
Vinyl.
Vinyl?
Vinyl. I love a body of work. So I'm not going to. I'm trying to look for my favorite song or anything. Back then, you actually had to listen to everything, the whole album. So for me, it'd be the vinyl, just
It
like
seemed
that.
like that experience was so organic back then, right? Like,
You could actually
because
say
there
if
was
it
a
was
whole,
good.
yeah, that was a whole feeling. Like it was a whole, movement. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting. So do you have any plans on traveling the world, going
Um.
anywhere you want to go that you're going to go to soon?
I'm going back to Austin in March for South by Southwest next year. I said, me and my brother was talking about going to Tibet next
Oh,
year.
awesome.
I know I'm probably gonna make a solo trip to Amsterdam again. I've been out the country before.
And that's on my list. Amsterdam for sure.
It
Was it great? What was one?
was
Tell me just highlight of the trip.
the 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 weed was good, but I was actually 16 when I went, so I couldn't smoke the weed. But for me,
You
it was
couldn't? They don't
uh-uh,
let you?
at 18.
I see it like them not even caring as long
They
as you look old enough.
back then, yeah.
But
Now
maybe not so much
they
now.
have a mayor, their mayor who is currently in Amsterdam is trying to it's trying to like get rid of weed there. I don't know
In
why.
Amsterdam?
Yes, I
Of
don't
all
know.
places.
Of all places, like you gotta look it up. Like he's
Right.
really trying to get rid of, like trying to he trying to criminalize. I'm like, what the what? That's part of your tourism, that people,
Exactly. It's
you know,
it's why people come there.
you know.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but
good. I need to know that because that's one of the places I want to go to. So
but yeah, no,
it's on my bucket list, like not my short bucket list
it's
actually.
very beautiful, clean there. I think for me, especially with how my life has been and everything, I truly love peace.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just the peacefulness, the calmness.
Awesome.
So
Awesome. So real quick, I want to play something called Hot on the Spot,
bad.
if you don't mind.
That's cool.
It's a little game we play here. So I'm going to ask you a few questions.
Oh,
It's for both of us.
okay, bad.
So let's see. Let's get our questions here. If you had an extra room in your house, what would you use it for? You go first.
Studio,
Studio?
studio.
Why?
Because I have a lot of creative friends, and I know sometimes if I get super high, I'll just I'll go on my iPad and just start getting creative.
Hmm.
So I know if I have a studio, I can
You
instantly
can just
say
go in there, lay it down,
and come on out.
do what you need to do. So mine would be a closet.
Okay,
It just, I don't care how big the closet is. It could never be too big unless it's
really.
one of those 2-story, rich joints. When I marry rich, I'll probably get that. But for now, I'll just, stay looking at them homes on Zillow, stay in the closet too little, knowing I can't afford the shit. So yeah,
Say,
so that's what my room would be. My room would be that. So what is the biggest argument you've ever had, and who was it with?
I'm gonna let you go first on this one. I gotta think about
Oh my
this one.
God. The biggest I don't argue a lot, believe it or not. Um just I know, like, so I would just have to say an ex, and it would have to be with it would have had to be have been with an ex, and I'm sure it ended the relationship at maybe, I don't know.
Mm,
So what about you?
I'm gonna say former boss at Studio Movie Grill. He had me fucked up.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
had me fucked
He
up.
fucked around and found out.
Oh, worse. Like, yeah, my sister had a. I think my sister had like a like a car
Yeah,
accident or
something
whatever.
happened.
So everybody was
Yeah,
calling me, and I was just trying to see what's up. And he was like, "Why you on your phone?" And I was like,
yeah.
"I'm just trying to see if she good." And he
A
was
little
like,
micromanagement going on.
"Yeah." He was, and
Yeah,
what do you say? What do you say? He's talking about some. There's not. We ain't got time for that. We got guests. So when he said that,
that was it. Yeah,
yeah, bitch ass motherfucker came out, and after
yeah.
that it was. Yeah, he was like, "Well, you know you're getting fired." I said, "Hurry up and fire me now so we can go
Please,
outside." And
please,
he did not want to go
please,
outside.
hurry up.
Scary ass
Let
Kenny.
this be over with. Okay, what's next? If you could be a fly on the wall anywhere, whose wall or what wall would you choose and why?
Everybody who owed me money, because I want to know what the hell y'all spending my money on. Every last one of you motherfuckers. I want to know
And why you
why.
ain't getting it, right?
Yeah.
Not that you're gonna get it if you were that fly, but you just want to know why,
Yeah, I just want to know why.
right?
I
It's
want to
got to
know.
make
I
sense,
want to truly know. Like, I understand everybody got lives and everything, but
right?
for the ones who just truly owe me money, like, y'all owe me. I want to be a fly on y'all wall, because if I see y'all buying shit with my money, that's bullshit. Oh, I'm gonna turn from the fire to meat, and I'm gonna just start slapping the hell out
Yeah, yeah, I get that. So I would be definitely someone that if I was I'm single now, FYI,
you. Oh
but
wow.
definitely someone that I was seeing. I would like to be a fly on the wall just to see, not if they were cheating or anything like that, but maybe their interaction or conversations about me, that kind of thing. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying?
I feel
Because you
you.
always want to know what people think about you, what they honestly think about you. Yeah, I do.
Well,
Yeah, I do.
it's not so much I want to know is I don't care. If you true like if you think this
That's 27-year-old Brian speaking.
like if you think about like if you truly think this about me or whatever, that's cool. I know nobody's gonna say it in my face.
Yeah,
So
I
if it
got you.
yeah like
I got you.
oh
But
you
you wouldn't want to know what somebody was like, just kind of thinking what they thought of you.
mm-mm.
I would have a different perspective of them after that, but
No matter what people think about me personally, because I know I might do some. I know I do stuff that people like, what the hell is he
don't agree with
at
or think
all?
is weird. Yeah, that's everybody, right?
And at the same time, like I tell my moms, because she'll say, such and such, like, yo, Annie is mad because you didn't call her, or such and such. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
We
I don't.
we're gonna have to work on that.
I don't. I truly don't care. So I got to work on that. I got to work on my
We got to
emotions.
work on
I
that.
got to
We're
work
just a
on it.
little softer, a little. Not that we really care, but okay. So, again, let's tell the people how they can reach you
Okay.
and how they can find your latest projects, what you're working on. You actually have a podcast yourself.
Yes.
So let's tell the people about that.
Gotcha. The podcast will be called B Vision, like say the ultimate point of view. Obviously, my name is B, and I got glasses, so get it, B Vision. So y'all be able to see. I'll have music guests. Sometimes it'll just be me going on rants or just talking crap. If you need to follow me, like I said, it's Instagram is Biggie B21 BIGGE B1, not spelled like Biggie Smalls. We spelled it different. Um, Twitter is B Vision. Like I say, I'll post when I'm gonna do a show, or I might just post a project that I'm just came out of nowhere and thought of, or whether it's
Mm-hmm.
graphic design or whether it's somebody's logo or a video I did. So
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for being on. I'm
thank you
super
for having
excited to
me.
be working with you. I
Yes.
cannot wait till you make my shit pop,
Oh, we forget it right.
and
We
make
forget it
me
right.
good.
We forget it right.
Okay, so you've been watching Tank Talks with Hortencia. You guys make sure you keep it right here. We'll see you next week. Have an awesome night.
Keep it groovy.